All right, let's take a look at area of a kite. All right, so this is what we had before, so let's go ahead and just draw a kite real quick. All right, here's the kite, and what we did to get our rectangle is we cut out these pieces right here, and this one right here. So cut these pieces. All right, so that's what we did. We cut out those pieces, and then we rearrange them to, I think we flipped them. Yeah, that's what we do. Flip them. We flip both of them and put them right here. So I guess we could just say flip to look like, I guess we can say and here. Cut these pieces and flipped to look like this rectangle. All right, that's what we did. So let's take a look at a question. So let's say this diagonal, this distance right here, let's call that D1 is equal to 8. Let's say that this diagonal going this way is equal to 10. Actually, let's make that less. Let's say it's equal to 6. So this one right here is equal to 6, and then this long one is equal to 8. All right, the question is find the area of the kite. All right, so two things you can do. So let's do the rectangle wave first, and then we're going to come back and I'll show you something else. All right, so first I need to figure out what's what. So this piece right here, this distance from here to here, you could even see it, is this long part right here. So this long part right here is 8. So we're going to write 8 there. Okay. And then because I need base times height, because the area is base times height, I'm going to need to find this distance here or at the bottom, doesn't matter, this distance right here. All right, so that distance you can see is half, right? It's half of this entire thing. So half of the entire thing is going to be 3. So area of a rectangle is base times height. So area of this rectangle is the base. So I guess I can write down 3 here. The base, or all the way at the top, that's 3, that's 3. Here at the bottom is 3. So it's the base, which is 3, times the height, which is 8. So base times height is 8 times 3, which is equal to 24. All right, now that helps us in this example, but we need a general formula. So we need to figure out what we did. Area of any kite, and draw a kite as best as you can, is going to be, in regular terms, this 8 was D1, right? So D1, and D1 being the long one. Okay, so 8 was D1, and then this 3 was, what did we do? We took half of D2. So this 3 was half D2. And the D2 being this diagonal. All right, so what we really are saying is, and then what do? We just multiply this times this, right? So the area of any kite is going to be D1 times a half D2. So, or I can put the half in the first. A half times D2 times D1. And that's it. So a half of the entire thing is 3 times 8, and that's going to be your formula. So a half times D2 times D1. So again, area of the kite, I'm sorry, is a half times D2 is 6 times D1, which is 8. So area of the kite, a half of 6 is 3 times 8 is 24. So you see, you get the exact same thing. The other thing that you could do is you could split it up into two triangles. So you see how this, if I cover this up, you see that that's a triangle, and you could do base times height. So area of a triangle is a half times base times height. So a half of the base, which is 8, so a half of 8 is 4, times the height, which is going to be 3. So 4 times 3 is equal to 12. But that's just one side. That's only one triangle. So you need two triangles, so you're going to multiply 12 by 2 to get 24, which would give you the same area. All right, now, as usual, working backwards. Working backwards, let's say that they give you the area, which is equal to 24. They gave you one of the diagonals, so D1 equals, what was D1? D1 was 8. They told you to find D2. All right. All you do is you write down the formula as always. Area of any kite is going to be a half times D1 times D2. Okay, so area of the, oh, sorry. So then plug in the numbers. So area of the kite is 24. So I'll say 24 equals a half times D1, which is 8, times, I don't know what D2 is, so D2. All right, then go ahead and work it out. So a half of 8 is 4, so 24 equals 4 times D2. Divide both sides by 4. D2 is equal to 6. Okay, and that's it. Area of a kite. Really, every shape now you can actually just break down into rectangles and triangles and work out the area. That way you're not remembering a whole bunch of formulas.